Hello and welcome back to Brits Abroad, a football manager series from me, Aztec. Let's look at how we've got on since last time. You see a little spoiler here that we're actually now firmly sat in 6th, well within the Europa League positions, going into the last 3 games of the season. And since last time out it was the Leganes and Getafe wins. Well, since then we've won 3 more games with clean sheets. The Levante was an Andy Carroll goal on about 60 minutes. Andy Carroll again on the score sheet as we put 2 past Alaves. And then Girona, Scott McTominay of all people, we scraped a 1-0 win at home against Girona despite them having 2 red cards. So struggling somewhat, maybe a little lucky rather than struggling coming out of that game with Girona. But now it's the 2 promised 2 big games against Real Madrid and Eibar. As we can see, Real Madrid are firmly sat in the top position, 5 points clear with 3 games to go. And Eibar are just, on level points with us in 5th, but well in contention for the Champions League places. Now, with these 2 tough games, I'm not dreaming of Champions League. I'm thinking, can we hold on to this 6th position and claim Europa League football? Villarreal just 3 points behind, Sevilla 3 points behind, but have played a game extra. So Villarreal, we need to look for slipping up because I think we're going to drop points in these 2 games unless things go very well. So let's look at the team either way. So since last time, Kyle Walker-Peters still hasn't returned from injury. Ryan Tunnicliffe is suspended for this one and James Morrison is still injured. Luckily, Neil Taylor is back in action. He may not have been injured last time, but he missed a couple of games through injury. So we're starting with Sam Johnston, Neil Taylor, Chris Meffin, Grant Hanley, Ryan Shotton, Scott McTominay, Shelvey, Bradley Johnson, Jack Grealish, Big Andy, and Vards. Similar type bench to usual, but let's get into the game and see if we can do anything. So against Real Madrid earlier in the season, we picked up a 1-1 draw at home. This time, we're away at the Bernabeu. Let's have a look at the squad that they've put out here. Casilla in goal. Not too familiar with a couple of these defenders, actually, but Ramos we know, Kovacic, Asensio, Cristiano, Bale, Benzema, even with a couple of weaker players there. Who's that? Elliott. They've got there. Is it regen? Just Elliott. I like it. All right, so we're definitely the underdogs here. There's got to be something like that we can have. There aren't even any underdog type things we can say here, so let's just say, you've been on a good run, impressed me, and let's go for a bit of, I've got faith. We kick off, going from left to right at the Bernabeu. Would never have thought at the start of this save that we potentially could be looking at Europa League in the first season, but there's a lot of things that could go wrong before then. We've stuck to our more attacking formation just because we've stuck with the diamond now, which has a more control mentality rather than the countering 4-4-2. It's just been getting much better results than the 4-4-2 flat, but it might be a mistake against such a tough team here. But we can't win them all, and I think we might not win this one. So Asensio goes through, well saved by Johnston. Benzema now onto Bale, blasting into the box. Well held by Sam. Come on, expats. Don't want to see us losing our heads. That's not the type of ball we know we can hold. We know we can keep the ball better than that. Ronaldo now whips it in, and Bale makes it 1-0 after 12 minutes. Poor start from the expats. We're being bullied currently. We're holding onto the ball quite nicely, but we're not creating anything. Being seriously overrun in midfield. Well, it'll happen. So I think we will swap it down to counter, see if we can just soak up that pressure a little bit more and use our pacey boys on the wing. Well, there is no wingers actually, so maybe if things continue to go badly, we will swap to our other 4-4-2. It's Johnson now with the ball into Grealish and Shelvey. Can we create something here? Vardy? Can we? It's the first bit of decent possession we've had going forward. Taylor swings one in, and it's gone straight in. It's gone straight in from Neil Taylor on the wing. Lifeline. Absolute lifeline for expats. And outrageous. He meant it. He clearly meant it. McTominay out into Taylor, who sees Casilla off. He's like, no, that's a cross. But wow, we'll take it. Boom. 1-1. We've scored away in the Bernabeu. Come on, expats. And that's our only shot. Ball is cleared up into Big Andy. Can he create? He gets it through to Grealish. He spreads it to Vardy. Vardy puts us 2-1 up. 2-1 up in the Bernabeu. What is happening here? Come on, expats. 30th goal of the season for Jamie. What great football here from the expats. Feeds Carroll. holds up the ball perfectly. Grealish finds that nice little through ball to Vardy. The quality of Grealish, the improvements he has made this season, outstanding. And yet another goal for Vards. Two shots on target, 2 goals. It's clinical from the expats. And we're 2-1 up in the Bernabeu. We think there's got to be a reaction from Real Madrid now. So half an hour in, ridiculously, we're 2-1 up in the Bernabeu. Top of the table, Real Madrid. This is. Carroll don't want to lose possession cheaply there, and he does. And it's only Cristiano Ronaldo who picks it up into Bale, Asensio, into Ashraf, and well cleared by Ryan Shotton. I mean, there's definitely a difference in the quality of players. You can tell by the names on the team sheets, but Bale, it's 2-2. It couldn't last forever, and to be honest, it didn't last long, as Bale makes it 2-2. It's Real Madrid who break at pace, and Asensio, and it's well held by Johnson, but they ripped us apart on the counter there. At least, can we hold on till half-time? Andy Carroll picks up an injury. Disaster. Big Andy, who's been absolutely dominant for us, picked up Player of the Month for us, scoring 6 goals in the last 5 games. But Crouch, well, your time has come. You said you wanted more football. Well, here it is on the biggest stage. Let's hope that isn't a long-term injury to Carroll in this vital part of the season. So we're ceding a lot of possession now going into half-time. We've not played too badly, but real shame to lose that lead so quickly. Just 3 minutes after going ahead. Let's encourage the team because they really haven't been too bad. Keep it up. Looking delighted. So we kick off. We'll continue playing the same way. We've got 2 metre Peter up front replacing Big Andy. Bale now coming in. Asensio into Ronaldo. Ball across and Bale scores again, and it's 3-2 to the if only it was 3-2 to the expats. It's 3-2 to Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. We'll watch this one back as we can see where we've really struggled here. Asensio plays it through to Ronaldo, and at the back post, Neil Taylor, he clears it into Bale's path. So unlucky I didn't spot that on the initial playthrough. But it's looking harder and harder this game. That 2-1 lead is looking a long time ago now. Ramos now on the edge of the area. Into Ronaldo. Ramos again. Bale. Kovacic. Well saved by Sam. But we haven't really created anything since the first half. Bale's actually picked up a hat-trick in this game. Could he join the expats one day? Well, if we could ever afford him, he would certainly fit the criteria, as he is a Brit abroad, so he'd be the perfect player. Shall we swap to the 4-4-2, or should we go? We'll go attacking for a short period in this formation. See if this messes things up for us. Bale actually gets substituted after 3 goals. Well, I guess he's already claimed his hat-trick, but when he's playing that dangerously, you'd surely be wanting to keep him on. So we will look at making a change, and we will swap to our other tactic, the other 4-4-2. Even if we do, and we'll go on straight to attacking because we're chasing the game here. But Tomley's had a decent one. Johnson not so much. So we'll bring Lennon on, who's not getting enough football at the moment. We'll keep Crouch and everyone else the same, but we'll go flat 4-4-2 attacking. It has been known to turn games around at the last minute. Sometimes that quick change of formation catches teams out. But Lennon picks up the ball, and he does feed Vardy this time, and he's through. But it's been a really strong performance from the expats, but just a really tough place to come in the Bernabeu, especially against Gareth Bale on this kind of form. Going 2-1 ahead, I thought we were in dreamland for the shortest period of time, but it looks like this game is just going to trickle away, and we're going to pick up our first loss in a while. But we have got the tough game against Eibar coming up next, which now is starting to look like a must-win. So just 3 minutes left here as Real Madrid pour forward yet again. And we're still in it. Shotton into Crouch. Lennon, it has to be now. Lennon does pick up the ball again here, and we get a final corner. Can we send the keeper up? I would happily send the keeper up. I don't know if that's something you can do. Ball in. Lawrence, and it's full time. Well, it's a great effort. It is a fantastic effort. But coming up against Real Madrid on that kind of form, they are top of the league. They look like they're going to be champions. The press predicting a draw there is outrageous. But you know what? Passionately say, despite the result, I'm happy with the performance. Wow, I'm really surprised by that. If a couple of them turn around their motivate, I'm really surprised by that because that's exactly what did happen. Anyway, we'll skip forward now to the A-Bar game. We have stayed in sixth. Villarreal failed to win, then that leaves us in there. Otherwise, it's looking very tight. But we'll pick it back up in a few days at the A-Bar game. And before we go to the A-Bar game, disaster. 3 to 4 weeks out for Big Andy after he's been playing so well. We could get it so we could get through the next game against A-Bar, or we leave it to the physio. I've never done a given injection before. But after that, it is the end of the season. I'm going to do it. I'm going to give the injection. We're going to do it once. Okay, so here we are at the A-Bar game. Since last time, we've been helped out slightly by bottom of the league, or we're bottom of the league at the time, Leganes, defeating Villarreal 1-0, our closest rivals for these Europa League places, meaning that, well, Sevilla have played a game extra and are on 59 points, but we are still in sixth with 2 games to play, so it is thoroughly in our own hands. But now we do face up against fourth placed A-Bar, meaning it could go down to the last game of the season. But we'll have a look at the team now. As explained earlier, we've given Andy Carroll these painkilling injections, and we'll see if we can get through this game. In the week in between these 2 games, Jamie Vardy has been pushing for a move away from the club, and I basically got him to stay as long as we got European football next season. So now all of a sudden, it's not just a pipe dream, it's a necessity, otherwise we're going to lose our best player by far. But as you can see here, we've gone for Sam Johnson again into goal, Neil Taylor, Chris Meffin, Grant Hanley, Ryan Shotton, starting to look quite familiar now, but we've brought Tunnicliffe back in with McTominay, Shelvey, Grealish, Big Andy with his big crocked leg or whatever his injury was, twisted ankle, and Vards up top. But let's hope we can get something against A-Bar at home. But without any further ado, let's get into it. So they've got Papa... Is that Papa Bouba Diop? It's Pape Diop. If there's a Diop, you've always got problems. But they're a 4-4-2. Sometimes our formation really gets under the skin of a 4-4-2 team. Sometimes it just fails miserably, so who knows. Saying we should do this for the fans. Let's do it for the fans. No one cares about the fans. I believe what you text. As soon as you start talking about them, they like it more. But anyway, who knows how much difference they truly make. But here we go. Left to right, Expats versus A-Bar. Crunch match. Maybe time now to keep other results on so we can see what's going on around the houses. Oh, actually, it's only Atletico playing today. Diop does stand over the ball for A-Bar, and it's over the bar. A-Bar over the bar. Being a tight game in the opening 10 minutes, nothing much has happened. Shotton loses the ball poorly there, but somehow brings it back, tries to feed Carroll. I'm hoping that giving Andy all this extra running is not going to completely crock him as Vardy comes through. Well saved by Ditrimov. A-Bar coming back into this game a bit, and they are in 4th position, so we should expect a tough match here. But I think we've got what it takes. We just need to not lose concentration. Tunnicliffe into McTominay. Carroll not looking at 100% here. As Enrique is through, just puts the ball wide. Corner here to A-Bar. Disaster. Looks like it was an own goal. Oh no, it was Oliveira. We drop down to 6th. We're absolutely dominating possession, but not. Well, we need to see a bit of the passion from the boys now. Though A-Bar create a chance just before half-time, 2-0. Could have killed us dead there. But we are alive in this game, but we are currently dropping down to 6th position. So let's give the team a bit of a ticking off here. Where is your passion, lads? We'll stick at this formation for a short while, but I think we will swap to the flat 4-4-2 just so we can utilise some of the players on our bench a little bit better. Cleverly in the middle of the park. Vardy. Taylor. Into Tunnicliffe. Grealish passing things around nicely. Vardy's through and misses. Not quite as good a chance as earlier, but poor chances. So I'm starting to think maybe we keep this formation and just bring on 2-metre Peter to replace a struggling at Big Andy. McTominay feeds Vardy, but can't keep hold of the ball. But Shotton does win it back there. McTominay into Grealish, into Carroll. Brought down, not a penalty. I thought then we were going to create, but we do seem to be piling on a bit of pressure early in this second half. Can we make it count? At this point, we're kind of hoping that one of the A-Bar midfielders pick up a second yellow, which might give us a chance in this game. As Johnson just makes a save. Free kick is actually given there. So that is an hour played now, so we will bring on Crouch. A-Bar are picking up a lot of bookings, as are we, but we're not creating the chances that we need to, so we will swap to the 4-4-2 on attacking. Crouch, we'll leave Tunnicliffe on and take McTominay off, bringing Lennon on for McTominay. We'll leave Grealish on that side for now, as he is capable of playing that position. And let's see how we get on in the last 20 minutes of this game. We've got a goal to find from somewhere. Is Hanley, he's already on a yellow. Is he picking up a second yellow here? He is. Disaster. So now things are looking rough at the back, and I don't really want to... We'll bring Grealish back to that position as a winger on support. I don't want to drop a player down, so I'm just going to move into a deeper ball-winning midfielder position and tuck Shotton in, make these like 3 across the back. If that lets me do that. Yep. Taylor... We'll have to bring Taylor off for Terry. That will have to do. It's the only way we can keep an attacking formation going into the last 10 minutes. So we're a very disappointing game against Eibar here. It's been a real battle. But, I mean, there's still some chance something can happen. So maybe I should keep going forward. We'll put Grealish back there. What is there to lose at this point in the game? So just 5 minutes left on attacking. We're down to 10 men at home and a goal down against Eibar. We're not doing this the easy way, but there are still 5 minutes left. We've got to believe. Come on, expats. So for the last 2 minutes, attacking, overload, route 1, go. Probably unlikely that there'll be a chance at the end of this, but in fact, has going overload ever worked for anyone ever? I don't think so. Not in FM anyway, it has in real life. 5 minutes being added here. Have we got anything left in the bank? 10 men. We are down in 6th. This is the chance. Shelvey, can he do anything? Hits the wall. Lennon retains possession. Over to Shelvey. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, but Vardy does keep the ball there. Can he do anything with it? Has to pass it back to Terry. Meffam hoiks one over to Lennon. Oh, that was the moment. That was the moment. The game is getting away from us now. We've got about a minute left. He's got to get that ball forward. I don't know why he's wasting so much time. Grealish trying to knock one over, but Shelvey does knock one over to Crouch, who inexplicably seems to move away from the ball. A really disappointing 1-0 loss to Eibar, but these were 2 tough games against the teams that at that moment in time were in 1st and 4th, and those teams have stayed in those positions, and we have gone down 1-0 to Eibar there in a tight game. Not really good enough. Not good enough. Not really any excuses, but we will leave it there. Andy Carroll's probably injured for another 3,000 years. We won't give him another injection. As things are getting tight, we'll see what the result of the Valencia game is. We will pick things up for the Sociedad game. We'll come straight back in with another episode, which we'll also do a season review in and see if we can pick up Champions League. I think Champions League football is definitely out of the equation. It is, but can we hold on for Europa League football? Exciting stuff. But yes, it's been a thrilling episode. A disappointing couple of defeats, but they've been close games. And we are well in the mix for the Europa League positions. It's really only Sevilla and Valencia that we are up against now. So a point probably won't do it, but a win almost definitely guarantees it, as Sevilla have got much worse goal difference than us. But thanks for watching. I haven't got a catchphrase. See you for that next one. Bye.